What's good, family? Shout out to the big baller, big coin boosting baller, Alex O, for boosting up your Mando YB's job seekers allowance, no doubt. So we got some truly breaking news right now, coming in hot from Sky Sports official. Dillian, the Chilean shite, and Tyson, Fury, have now officially finalised contracts to end any doubts about WBC World Heavyweight title clash. Dillian Whyte will challenge Tyson Fury for the WBC Heavyweight belt, which could lead to an undisputed World title clash against the winner of Alexander Usyk's rematch with Anthony Boogaloo the Bear Johnston for the WBA, IBF and WBO belts. Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury have now both signed their contracts for their WBC heavyweight title fight. Sky Sports understands. The contracts have been finalised, signed and lodged to the WBC in the closing hours of a deadline day for Fury and Whyte to reach an agreement ahead of their expected fight at Wembley on April 23rd. Shite, who holds the WBC interim title after a life and death match win over Alexander Oldvetkin, will challenge Fury for the right to become WBC World Heavyweight Champion. The Brixton bum, secured his WBC mandatory title shot after going life and death with Povetkin last March, while Fury retained his WBC belt with an 11th round knockout of Deontay Wilder in October. The winner of Fury and Shite could then revive hopes of an undisputed world title fight this year. Now, the rest of the article yammers on, but essentially, this is the breaking news right now. Official from Sky Sports. Now, we know Sky Sports are insiders. We know Dillian Whyte's dropped Eddie Hearn and now is working with Ben Shalom. So, Sky Sports, Ben Shalom, Dillian Whyte, and we know Dillian Whyte loves Sky pay-per-view, so if it's coming from Sky, who knows? Listen, I'll believe it when I hear it from Team Fury. Oops, yeah? Facts, simple as that. When I hear it out Team Fury's mouth, I'll believe it. Because until I hear it from them, this could just be more hit piece news from Team Dillian. I don't believe nothing associated with Team Dillian, I'm afraid. He broke my trust. Same way, I don't believe anything with Mr. Team Anthony Boogaloo the Bear Johnston. No more, I'm sorry. Yeah, too much gassing. There's an old saying, it takes years to build loyalty and trust, it takes seconds to tarnish it all, and unfortunately, that's where they find themselves right now with the YB. Now, of course, unlike many man fans of Dillian Whyte or Anthony Johnston, I am a fan of the purity of the sport, and on that basis, if this news is true, I'm happy. All I've ever wanted is this fight. All I've ever wanted is, number one, this fight. Number two, all the uncertainty around the fight to be quashed. And number three, for Dillian Whyte to do his bit to get the fans' nipples tingling. What's wrong with that, yeah? What's wrong with fans wanting their nipples to tingle? For example, I've already told you, look at Brook and Khan. That was a British blockbuster. No one's nips have been tingling like that was for Brook and Khan. Facts, even though, and them two men are washed to some extent. Even though Kell Brook, Team Lighty, doing the most, but still, relatively at 35, somewhat washed. Fury, to be honest with you, I think they're pretty old as well, but in terms of where they are in their careers, Fury and Shite are at the peak of their careers. Yeah? All I've asked for is for Shite to do everything he's always done over his career. I don't like this whole, I'm in the big fight, the fans, I'm in the biggest fight in the UK of the last 40 years, and I want to change up now and be quiet. I don't rate that, I'm sorry, I just don't. I don't rate people changing things after years. Dillian Whyte's always had a big mouth, always been talking about Birdie Num Num. Yeah? What happened to Birdie Num Num? For me, it's baffling. Oh, YB, it's because of the lawyers. F the lawyers, how about that? Oops. Yeah? You got the biggest fight of your life, and the fans, we're the one who put you in that situation. You was the bum. 100%. You was number one Brixton bum. And we put you on. Simple as that. I know you think you did something super great, fighting 40-year-old men on pay-per-view, but you didn't. It was the fans' money. The fans got you where you are. And now what do we get back? We get thrown back in our face. Oh, well, never mind. I'm just going to turn up, do the bare minimum, not promote the fight, not get people interested, and just rock up because I'm okay. I'm selfish. I don't like the selfishness of it. All this uncertainty could have been quashed. Whyte could have come out and said, listen, Fury, you're getting it. I can't wait to do you, just like I did you in sparring. That's all he had to do. I mean, look at Amir Khan and Brooke. Amir Khan said, listen, I schooled Kel in sparring. Boxed him all around the ring. Yeah? And we wanted to see that, we wanted to see it play out. Dillian Whyte, before he had the fight, was doing that's my beef here, people. Before the fight happened, yeah, Dillian Whyte was doing the most, wasn't he? Let's call a spade a spade. He was doing the most. Yeah, I did this in sparring. Fury don't want to fight because I knocked him out. Well, don't do that. It's a bit like for me, well, imagine, yeah, if Amir Khan had talked all that and then in the build-up said, oh, I'm not going to say nothing. What? Don't make no sense. You told us you boxed Kel round the ring. And fair play to Amir Khan. Yeah, fair play to Queen Khan. Fair play to Chutney Chin. Yeah, Chutney Chin. Listen, fair play to Amir Chutney Chin Khan. No doubt. He did his bit. He turned up and I also gave him credit as a warrior. But anyway, back to Shillian. Right. This is about Shillian. If Shillian has signed, which Sky Sports are alleging has happened, I'm not gonna, you know, I was about to say I give him credit. I ain't giving him credit. That's your job. Oops. Yeah, it's a bit like me expecting people to say, "Oh, well done, YB. You made a video." You know what I'm saying? if any of you man asked me, or if any of you man ever see me say, "I want you man to thank me for making a video," no, that's my job. Oops. Yeah. Oh, YB, I had all these goofies in my comment section. I had all these Dillian Shite man fans. Oh, YB, you're wrong. Oh, YB, my name's #1 Shite Man fan. Oh, YB, my name's Mr. trying to be Shillian Shite's 4th polyamorous wife. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, YB, what are you talking about? Yeah, Dillian done what he's supposed to do. Truth is, if this news is confirmed, truth is, you man was flapping. Because I can't lie. I'm going to tell you what it is, and it's not just me who's noticed this, yeah? In the last few days, when that news came out, about Eddie Hearn giving Dillian Whyte another option. And by the way, that's another reason why I'm not sure if this news from Sky Sports is hit piece. Because I believe this. People say, oh, YB, you can't believe anything from the Sun. Well, I'll tell you what, the Sun were the ones who broke the news about AJ winning the step aside. Oops. Next thing you know, Eddie Hearn came out a few days later confirming that was the case. So I'm going with what makes sense. So until I hear Team Fury say, yeah, we've got it, fair play. And at that point, I'll accept Dillian's done what he's supposed to do. YB, when are you going to apologise? Apologise for what? I wasn't the one who was silent. You were supposed to sign the contract. Why didn't you sign it 2 weeks ago? Yeah? I didn't ask you to wait till the last minute. What are we supposed to do if someone waits till the last minute? Dumbass. Oh, YB, I'm a man fan. Like I said, the truth is, yeah, all you man fans, when that news came out about Eddie Hearn setting up another play for Dillian, you man disappeared. I swear listen, for the last 2 days, I haven't seen no Shillian man fans. You man gone. All of a sudden, this news comes out, I see a whole bag of man fan wifey wannabes. YB this, YB wrong. What? Where was you man at? Where was you man at when YB, where was you man at when the YB was leaking the news? Oh, you disappeared. Yeah, you ran off to go and wash some more of Dillian Whyte's dishes and wash some more of his socks and knickers and do some more ironing for him because you're his wife. Oops, 100%. YB don't do no washing of clothes for next man. How about that? Yeah, wash your own damn clothes, big hardback man. Oh, don't worry, Dillian. I'm auditioning to be your 4th wife. I'll wash your knickers for you. Yeah, goofy ass wannabe man fan looking asses. Listen. Shillian, I hope you have signed, truth be known, because I want to see this fight. And like I said, I'm a boxing fan, and that's all I've ever wanted, is for you to crack on. And and the thing is, you could have been done this. Like I said, you could have been done on board, and we wouldn't have these videos. I could still be your #1, not #1, but I could still be supporting your plight. But you got no one to blame but yourself. You went down this whole weird road, yeah? Of changing the narrative. The narrative from the jump was, I want a shot. Please, Fury, let me get the cheeks. And that was the narrative I come back. The same way I could back Fury wanting a go on Klitschko. Yeah, if Fury had started coming out with, well, I want 40% because I'm big shot, I'd have said, what? No, that don't work, I'm afraid. You're a bum. You're nobody. Yeah, when Fury beat Vlad, he's a bum. Before that, you know what I'm saying? Before the Klitschko fight, Fury was nobody. And to his credit, he accepted that. And he went in there for 20-25% and got his work in. You, Shillian, you're delusional. Yeah? You think because you've been on Sky pay-per-view, you're a big shot. And you've lost base with reality. The reality is, you're a bum. Yeah? The reality is, you're the Brixton bum. And that's it. I know there's a whole bunch of man fans and wannabe wives who are mad, but that's a fact. And when you go in there with people say, YB, what are you going to say when Dillian Whyte knocks out Fury? I'm going to say, well done. You did something I didn't think you could do. But that's what that's what you're supposed to do. You know, it's mad. That's what you're supposed to do, people. You're supposed to go in there and knock Fury out. About what you can do. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to congratulate him and that'll be that. Yeah? But the way you man carry on is like it's something special. That's your job. Your job is to knock Fury out. And the worst thing is, or the true question you man fans want to ask yourselves are, what are you going to do when shite ends up flat on his back from a dude with boobies on his back? What you can do? What you can do, yeah, if Fury ends up moshy bashing your mans? I'm just asking the question. Because for me, I'm neutral. I don't have no real... The only guy I've really supported to any extent has been AJ's potential. I wouldn't even call myself an AJ supporter. I've always been an AJ potential supporter. I've never said, oh, AJ the finished article. I've always said he's got awful skills. My whole thing's always been about the potential. If he was trained by the number one trainer in the world, the YB. If he was managed by the number one manager in the game, the YB. That's not the case, and he's with bums, and that's why he's a bum. That's why AJ is Anthony Boogaloo, the bum Boogaloo Bear Johnston. Useless. One of the most useless hype jobs I've ever seen in my life. See, genuinely. AJ will go down as the biggest hype job, useless bodybuilding, Boogaloo Bear that's ever been in the sport of the game. Now, and it's as simple as that. Again, a whole bunch of AJ man fans are big mad here, and that's the truth. You man are begging to be the wives or husbands of a big, friendly Boogaloo Bear. Yeah, that's the man you want to be friend. That's the man you're trying to be hubbies with. Yeah, that's the man you're begging to have him spread your cheeks for you and push your dinner in for you, 100%. Anyway, listen, Dillian, hope the news is true. I'm locked in for this fight, April 23rd, 8 weeks away or 9 weeks away. This is the fight we want and need, and I really do hope. I'm not holding my breath, but I really do hope that Dillian turns this around and says, you know what, I've signed now. Let's just get on board. This whole being quiet, I'm not being funny, how did it work out for Wilder? Oops. He got his wig pushed back, yeah? So your best bet is, for all you know, Shillian, this might be your last fight. So you may as well go in there, take your 20% split. Because you guarantee 20%. People keep saying, oh, but YB, you know, there's no point in him promoting the fight because he doesn't have any upside. Yes, he does have upside. Shillian has 20% upside. That's his upside. Shillian gets 20% upside. Yeah? It's not 40%, but he's not the champion. Get it in your head, people. 40% is champion number. Anything over 40, 50, 60%, that's champion rates. You ain't champion, unfortunately. And you never done anything to even think you could be champion. Like I said, if you beat Joe Joyce, I'd say, well... But listen, if Dillian Whyte boxed Joe Joyce's ears off, I'd say, you know what? He probably is interim champion. He probably does have some sort of claim to the belt. You ain't done that. You ain't got no one even close to Joe Joyce on your resume. You ain't got no one even close to Deontay Wilder on your resume. You ain't got no one even close to Vladimir Klitschko on your resume. Oops. Yeah? That's what you ain't got. This is your Klitschko. This is your Wilder coming up now. Because Fury is decent, he's the best of the bunch right now, but he ain't all that, in my opinion. That's one reason why I'm not going to lie to you. Fury undoubtedly is the best of the bunch right now, but he ain't... I know Fury fans are gassed, but he ain't all that, historically speaking. He's got great attributes, and that gets him out of jail a lot of the time. But his power isn't phenomenal, in my opinion. He doesn't have one-punch power. He doesn't have great punch technique. And yeah, again, he's the best, and no doubt he's the best of the bunch, but don't turn me on. You don't get my nipples going. The style don't get my nipples going. Although, to be fair, again, I give him credit, because even though, genetically speaking, he's not the best created for power and whatnot, guess what? He managed to push Wilder's wig back in an aggressive fashion. So I do, in fact, I actually, whilst at first glance Fury's style doesn't have my nips tingling, on reflection, the fact that Fury has taken some bad tools and turned them, despite his disadvantages, the fact he's been able to, you know what I'm saying, make the best of a bad situation. He hasn't been blessed with massive power out of nowhere. He hasn't been blessed with God-gifted power, but yet he's still doubled down on himself, and pure courage and pure confidence. He's turned it into something. Do you know what I'm saying? He bottom line, he went in there and moshy bashed Wilder, despite having not many natural gifts. Meanwhile, people like AJ with natural gifts can't moshy bash anyone. How embarrassing. So actually I rate Fury even more than, say, Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson had all the gifts. Do you understand? Fury, that's why I'm starting to hold Fury in a higher light than most of these guys. Whilst, again, he don't get me gassed like Mike Tyson did, but equally, when you think about it, well, Mike Tyson was supposed to do that. He was an absolute phenomenal machine. Fury isn't, and he's still getting on top of these guys and rising them, yeah, and giving them. Listen, despite not having all the gifts, Fury's still giving him the long dick from the back, 100% giving that long one, yeah. And I'm afraid to say, Shite Man fans, your man is about to get it from the back, that long one, yeah, 100%. What, you thought Fury was tall for nothing? Fury tall and long, and that's what your man chilling getting it. So I hope this news is true. I hope this breaking news right now is true. And the fight locked in. Next 24 hours we should confirm. Well, I'm telling you, man, let's wait and see what Team Fury say, shall we? I'm hoping it's not some sort of hit piece from Sky. Let's see.